Moments that shouldn't exist. Time feels solid, a steady flow from past to future. But what if time isn't as stable as we think? Across the world, thousands of people report moments when reality breaks. They step into a fog and emerge somewhere or someone else. Clocks stop, shadows shift, and seconds stretch into hours. Pilots vanish mid-flight and reappear with no memory of what happened. Drivers cross empty highways and find themselves decades in the past. To science, these are temporal anomalies. To witnesses, they are glitches in time. Could time itself ripple, fold, or fracture, revealing that our reality is not linear, but layered? The mystery of the missing time. In 1978, a Cessna pilot flying over Florida disappeared from radar. He reappeared 10 minutes later, confused but unharmed. Except his onboard clock showed 10 hours had passed. In Argentina, a truck driver named Luis Dominic drove through thick fog near Cordoba in 1983. When he came out the other side, his watch and his world said it was 5 days later. These aren't isolated stories. Reports of missing time appear in military logs, police reports, and even space missions. The human mind can make mistakes, but instruments don't lie. Could these be natural distortions in time, or proof that time itself can twist? Einstein's clues. Albert Einstein once said, "The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion." His theory of relativity proved that time isn't constant. It bends under gravity. It slows near massive objects like black holes and speeds up in deep space. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station age slightly slower than people on Earth. A few microseconds per year, thanks to time dilation. If time can stretch in space, could it also ripple here on Earth? Einstein opened the door. Quantum physics might hold the key. The quantum paradox. At the smallest scale, time doesn't flow, it jumps. Particles blink in and out of existence. Events can happen out of order. In quantum experiments, particles have been shown to affect one another before the cause occurs. It's as if time itself reverses briefly to keep the universe consistent. This phenomenon, retrocausality, has led scientists to wonder, does time truly move forward, or do we simply experience it that way? If time can move backward for particles, what stops it from slipping for us, even for a moment? Time slips in history. The idea of time breaking isn't new. In 1901, two Englishwomen, Anne Moberly and Eleanor Jourdain, visited the Palace of Versailles. Suddenly, everything changed. The air thickened. The people around them wore 18th century clothing, and a woman resembling Marie Antoinette appeared before them. When they snapped out of it, Versailles was modern again. Their experience became known as the Versailles time slip. Other reports echo the same. Soldiers vanishing in fog during World War I, tourists walking into medieval streets, and hikers encountering landscapes that shouldn't exist anymore. Coincidence, or cracks in time itself? The Philadelphia Experiment. One of the most controversial time stories began in 1943, according to declassified naval documents and eyewitness accounts. The U.S. Navy conducted a secret test in Philadelphia to make a warship invisible. They succeeded too well. The ship allegedly disappeared from radar and reappeared 300 miles away in Norfolk, Virginia. Some sailors were found fused into the ship's metal, others vanished completely. Officially, it never happened. But even Einstein's unified field theory, said to inspire the experiment, suggested that gravity and electromagnetism could distort time-space itself. If true, the Navy might have accidentally torn a hole through time. Time travelers or glitches? From the man from Torred, who appeared at an airport with a passport from a non-existent country, to a man photographed in the 1940s wearing modern clothes and sunglasses. Stories of time travelers haunt every decade. Skeptics call them coincidences. But digital analysis shows anomalies, objects, shadows, and materials that don't belong. Could these people have slipped through cracks in the timeline? Or are they echoes, fragments of parallel realities bleeding into ours? If time is a web, not a line, maybe these travelers are caught between strands. The time loop hypothesis. Physicists now explore an eerie concept, closed time-like curves. In theory, space-time can loop, allowing an object to return to its own past without breaking physics. If such loops exist, time glitches could be small fragments of them, moments where the curve bends close enough to reality for us to feel its pull. It might explain déjà vu, lost time, or the feeling that we've lived the same event before. Maybe time doesn't repeat, maybe it folds. Experiments at the edge of time. At the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland, scientists smash particles together at near light speeds, and occasionally, detectors register events that appear to happen before the collision. Elsewhere, NASA's ANITA experiment detected particles rising from the Earth, as if traveling backward in time. These are small, fleeting events, but if they can happen to particles, they could happen to planets, people, even consciousness. Time might not be a river. It might be an ocean, and sometimes the tide reverses. The Mandela effect. Thousands of people swear they remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s. Others recall movie lines, logos, and events differently than they actually are. Psychologists call it false memory. But some physicists have another idea, that reality can shift between parallel timelines, and our memories are residue from the one we left behind. If so, time glitches aren't mistakes. They're evidence of a multiverse brushing against itself. When time breaks for you, ever had a moment that felt out of time? A flash where everything slows, sounds distort, and awareness sharpens. Psychologists call it adrenaline. Mystics call it awakening. But perhaps it's a natural time glitch. A microfold in perception where consciousness moves faster than physical time. Our brains don't just experience time, they construct it. If your consciousness vibrates faster, maybe you slip into a different moment, for a fraction of a second, outside the flow. Maybe time travel doesn't need machines. Maybe it just needs awareness, the illusion of continuity. From the cosmos to consciousness, time may not be a straight line but a looping system of moments, constantly replaying, recombining, and rewriting itself. Einstein said, "The past, present, and future exist simultaneously." Quantum theory now agrees. Reality is a tapestry woven from infinite timelines, and sometimes the threads cross. When you feel déjà vu, when your watch freezes, when your dream comes true, maybe it's not imagination. Maybe it's the universe reminding you, time is not solid, reality is not fixed, and the glitch is you.